Kazakhstan is expanding the geography of peacekeeping missions. 120 Kazakh servicemen will leave for Lebanon to carry out an important mission to prevent armed conflicts and provide humanitarian assistance, together with the Indian Armed Forces. The United Nations welcomes the growing number of participants in the mission. Kazakhstan declared a collective responsibility for solving global and regional problems at the beginning of its work in the UN Security Council. Priorities outlined in the Presidency's political appeal include Kazakhstan's intention to increase the number of its military observers and peacekeepers in the UN missions. The country has progressed consistently towards its goals.
В рамках работы Казахстана в Совете Безопасности мы запускаем впервые.
As part of Kazakhstan's work in the UN Security Council, we are launching our mission of peacekeepers in Lebanon for the first time. This will be the legacy of our work in the Security Council. As you know, the contingent of Kazakh peacekeepers will take part in the joint Indian peacekeeping contingent in Lebanon. This is a historic event when Kazakhstan gets the opportunity to take an active part in peacekeeping operations in a different country.
Когда Казахстан получает возможность принять активное участие в миротворческих операциях в другой стране.
In order to expand geography of the service of the military contingent, the Kazakh parliament has approved 5 missions of the UN in Lebanon, Cyprus, India, Pakistan, and Western Sahara. At a meeting of the UN Security Council, the UN leadership highlighted that the aligned approaches, as well as the methodical and progressive increase of Kazakhstan's potential, allow the country to become a regional peacekeeping hub in Central Asia.
Сейчас повышаются требования к контингентам и в плане оснащенности, и в плане подготовки, и в плане знаний.
Now requirements for contingents are increasing in terms of equipment, training, and languages. Most importantly, today, the ability to work in difficult conditions and at the same time being able to respect human rights are very significant. The UN actively supports what is happening today in this area. Kazakhstan's mission of peacekeepers is participating in partnership with a different country and mentality for the first time.
Впервые участвует в таком партнерстве с другой страной, другого менталитета.
The mission in Lebanon will allow the Kazakh armed forces to acquire combat skills in humanitarian operations and test their combat capability in order to withstand modern challenges and threats. Regional integration opens new opportunities for Central Asian countries. According to Kyrgyz expert community, such integration activates economic, infrastructural, transit, transport, educational, and cultural cooperation. Moreover, it will also help the countries find new allies in foreign political processes. The countries of the region and the worldwide aspire towards globalization and participation in significant processes. Uzbek government's aspiration to participate in the regional integration processes will allow strengthening the position of the Cooperation Council of Turkic states on the international arena and expand its potential. This important initiative was supported by all Turkic leaders, particularly by the presidents of Turkey, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyzstan. Therefore, we can see that Uzbekistan is rapidly changing the focus of its foreign policy. Currently, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkey, and Azerbaijan are actively engaged in the Modern Silk Road tourism project. Foreign experts said that the international project will become even more attractive after Uzbekistan, with its large potential in tourism sector, becomes part of the project. Uzbekistan is fully committed to exempt foreigners from paying taxes. The move will be carried out by 2020. In addition, entrepreneurs will have customs privileges. Currently, preferences are available only in the free economic zone of the Jizak region. The announcement was made at the International Investment Forum in Jizak. More than 300 entrepreneurs from 28 countries, including Kazakhstan, attended the event. Kazakh entrepreneurs are investing in Uzbekistan's construction and chemical industries. Furthermore, medicine, tourism, and the agro-industrial sectors are also promising areas for bilateral cooperation. Over 20 agreements and memorandums were signed at the forum.
Өзбекстанда қазіргі таңда өте көптеген мүмкіншіліктер бар. Оның ішінде атап айтсақ, текстиль өнеркәсібі.
There are many opportunities in Uzbekistan. For example, the textile industry and production of polymers are developing. In addition, the agricultural sector also needs investments.
Ауыл шаруашылық саласы өте инвестиция тартуға мұқтаж деп ойлаймын.
Kazakh producers are leading in the Russian pharmacological market. Kazakhstan has outcompeted Belarus, which used to be Russia's main partner for many years. According to Russian analysts, Kazakhstan succeeded due to its simple yet rational strategy. There are few innovative products among the new medications delivered to the Russian market. Production of new medications is a rare phenomenon. In the pharmaceutical business, it's more important to produce high-quality products that are already developed than inventing new ones. There's nothing to be surprised about. Quality is top priority in pharmacology because people's health is involved here. Kazakhstan has profound 20-year experience. Therefore, their products are leading in the market. Belarusian producers didn't give up because it's healthy competition. Kazakhstan has stronger position. Producers are developing new forms of drug administration, including transdermal delivery and inhalation, as well as the selective and targeted drug delivery. Analysts said that Kazakh producers succeeded due to these developments. Despite the losses in the Russian market, Belarusian producers are still leading in the pharmacological market of the Eurasian Economic Union. The share of Belarusian companies dropped in the first 6 months of 2018 compared to last year. It resulted from the strengthening of Kazakhstan's position.
По нашим данным, за последние полгода доля Беларуси по поставкам.
Based on our data, the share of Belarusian products in shipments to Russia totaled 70% over the last 6 months. Last year, this value was 92%. The share of Kazakh companies grew from 7 to 29%. It's a significant difference for both countries. Kazakhstan is maintaining its position, and there are no obvious competitors so far. A common medicines market was established in the EAEU at the end of August. Based on the new rules of the Union, 6 applications for medicines registration were submitted in Kazakhstan and 2 more in Belarus. Other EAEU member countries will also start using the Union's information system in the near future. The investment volume in Astana grew almost by 30% this year, reaching about 520 billion tenge. Experts believe that the growth was due to the favorable investment environment created for investors. Foreign businesses can enjoy benefits and preferences, efficient system of government support and protection, as well as 2 industrial platforms with all conveniences successfully operating in Astana.
На сегодня это специальная экономическая зона Астана-Новый город, которая была создана.
There is Astana, the new city special economic zone that was created in early 2000, and a new special economic zone that was established last year, Astana Technopolis. This year, we are planning to implement 7 new investment projects at the area of special economic zone Astana, the new city.
Астана-Новый город, введение 7 новых инвестиционных проектов.
Astana is a rapidly developing city that attracts large numbers of businessmen and tourists from all over the world. Due to the business operations, Astana is demonstrating growth of entrepreneurial activity. According to specialists, the volume of products manufactured by small and medium-sized businesses over the last 20 years total about 5 trillion tenge.
У нас основной инвестор в городе это предприниматели.
Entrepreneurs invest a lot. Astana is leading in terms of the growth of small and medium-sized businesses as the share totals 69% of all investments. Small and medium-sized businesses are our main investors.
От всех инвестиций, то есть МСБ у нас основной инвестор.
There are 10 priority areas identified by the local officials as the main drivers of economic growth in Astana, such as modern production, financial center, healthcare, education, trade, logistics, tourism, culture, sports, and creative sectors. According to local authorities, they have absolutely new strategies to attract foreign capital investments in Astana based on the example of the best international practices. Agricultural producers of the Jambil region are successfully growing groundnut. The peanut field is located at one of the production farms in the Koragatinsky rural area of the Shu district. The groundnut is in high demand. Last year, local agrarians have used 25 hectares to plant the nut, and they are using twice as much of land for this year. We plan to collect 2 tons of peanuts from 1 hectare and nearly 100 tons from 50 hectares. 4 sprinkler systems work on 50 hectares from the peanut irrigation. 100 million tenge was invested into this system. There are 235 farms in our district. Peanuts are an exotic plant in our area, but the producers have mastered the technology of its cultivation. The agrarians plan to supply the peanuts in Jambil region and in the future plan to export the new product. An electronic map of monuments in Jambil region will be launched in November this year. In total, the region's list of map of holy places of Kazakhstan includes 35 historical and cultural sites, out of which 8 holy places are of national importance and the rest are of regional significance. Well-known scientists and ethnographers intend to study and explore all historical places. Based on collected information on the historical and cultural sites, a book will be published in 3 languages: Kazakh, Russian, and English. Local scientists are working on the project titled Holy Appearance of Auliye Ata, which will be presented in the near future. We want to introduce as many people as possible to our project, since the project's main focus is not only monuments but also the people. A spiritual value is represented by a person. We are adding to the project folk traditions starting from antiquity to modern days, as well as modern facilities. Moreover, our scientists and archaeologists are studying the forgotten holy places. We are focusing on local history. Learning about your region is great, isn't it? It is great to love the river you are swimming in and to know the name of it. In order to prosper, the world should be educated based on spiritual values. A new Kazakh-Korean catalog titled The Goal of the Rulers of the Kazakh Steppes was presented recently in Seoul. The pages reveal many extraordinary yet undeniable facts about the connections that Kazakhstan and Korea had in the past. For example, Kazakh and Korean scientists discovered that the gold jewelry items revealed in the Golden Menses burial site in Issyk burial mound are very similar to the jewelry of the ancient kingdom of Silla. Stone burial mounds of the early Iron Age in Kazakhstan also have resemblance with the Korean burial sites. This type of burial structures is similar to the Korean tombs of the period of 3 kingdoms. Archaeologists believe that the cultural exchange happened due to the Great Silk Road. Trade contributed to the impact that the golden culture of Saka tribes that inhabited the area of present-day Kazakhstan had on the jewelry art of the Korean medieval kingdom of Silla. Artifacts discovered in Korea are analogous to the findings discovered in Kazakhstan. There are similar animal images and ornaments on the gold jewelry items. Artifacts found in Gyeongju are similar to the ones discovered in Altai. I realized that the Kazakh and Korean cultures are similar. I would like to continue our work and would appreciate if people become interested in it. We are planning to send the catalogs published in Kazakh and Russian languages to the major research centers and libraries in Kazakhstan and the CIS countries. Residents of Ukraine will be able to learn the latest news in Kazakhstan. They also will have the opportunity to be introduced to the traditions and customs of Kazakhs. A rubric titled My Kazakhstan has been airing on the Fatherland Internet radio station of Ukraine. Kazakh diaspora in Kiev has initiated this project. The lead manager of the project says that the program will not only unite compatriots, but it will also allow introducing Kazakhstan to a wide range of international radio audience.
Обратились к своим слушателям и рассказали о тех темах, которые будут озвучены в следующих эфирах. Это будут
We have spoken to our listeners and we have talked about topics that will be announced in the following broadcasts. This will be the news from Kazakhstan. We will talk about Kazakh traditions and culture. We will talk about the historical roots and cultural ties that we share. There will be stories about ordinary families, our musicians and athletes.
Будут рассказы о простых семьях и будут рассказы о наших музыкантах, о наших спортсменах.
More than 10,000 people listen to Ukraine's public internet radio, which broadcasts in over 20 countries. The network started operating 6 months ago, and it was intended only for citizens of Ukraine living in different parts of the world. Rubrics in languages of different nationalities living in Ukraine have been included into the program as well. Founder and editor of the internet radio station, Ivan Kokutsa, says that the rubric titled My Kazakhstan is aimed at strengthening friendly relations between Kazakhstan and Ukraine.
Дан старт программе «Мой Казахстан». «Мой Казахстан». Дальше у нас планируется старт.
My Kazakhstan program has been launched. Next, we will launch programs such as My Hungary, My Poland, and My France. We should love, appreciate, and be aware of culture, language, and every good thing about every nation.
Культуру, язык, все то, что хорошее есть в каждом народе.
The program My Kazakhstan lasts for 45 minutes. The rubric airs on Wednesdays and broadcasting is also available in Kazakh. Kazakh designers took part in the Adjara Fashion Week 2018 in Georgia. 20 couturiers presented their collections in the resort town of Batumi. In addition to the well-known works, new designers also presented their collections at the event. Buyers, fashion bloggers, and critics attended the fashion show. The presentation this year showcased an abundance of styles, textures, and bright colors. Carefully chosen locations made the Fashion Week in Batumi interesting and spectacular. Organizers say that the project aims to introduce the works of beginner designers as well as to encourage cooperation between fashion houses. We are organizing the 4th Fashion Week. 16 designers take part in the Fashion Week. There were 6 foreign couturiers and 8 were from Batumi. The rest of them were from Kutaisi and Tbilisi. This year, many designers and countries are from the Silk Road. A theme isn't seasonal and isn't defined. I made a collection named The Chromosome of a Woman. The dresses are feminine and long. Kazakh designers showcased their complete collections. The audience admired the female silhouettes.
Круизная коллекция, посвященная именно для грузинских женщин.
The cruise collection was dedicated to Georgian women. Last year, when I was participating in the Adjara Fashion Week, I paid attention to the Georgian women, specifically to how they dress and what clothes are comfortable for them. This year, we have chosen a single black color. The collection is very chic and light. There were silhouettes and styles ranging from Greek to Kazakh. Moreover, we have also displayed the national color. There were a lot of interesting people, designers, and good collections. This year, Kazakh fashion models arrived to participate in the designer shows. Organizers highlight that the collections of fashion designers have been very successful among fashionistas, and it also increased the interest of international buyers. Many new and joint projects could start between couturiers of different countries, which showcased their works at the fashion show. The Kazakh traditional culture was showcased on the North Sea shore. Singers, musicians, and artisans that produce Kazakh musical instruments and felt items represented Kazakhstan at the 6th International Touristic Festival of Embassies in the Netherlands. This year, more than 60 embassies participated in the event. The festival visitors have a great opportunity to learn more about the Kazakh traditions and the Kazakh culture. We want Kazakhstan to be known in Europe as an interesting travel destination. We are currently working on Kazakhstan's promotion and the development of the tourism sector as part of the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity program. At the event, every visitor had the opportunity to learn how to cook Kazakh traditional food or make the traditional wind instrument sasirnai.
Мастера делают акцент на том, что эти продукты все имеют большую философию.
Artisans are focusing on the fact that these organic and healthy products have a great philosophical meaning and were mastered over hundreds of years. Artisans demonstrate the unique production of musical instruments at master classes. Our visitors are shaping these instruments together with the artisans and trying to make sounds with the instruments. They are fully submerged in the art and mystery of the traditional crafts.
Погружаются вот в это искусство, в это таинство, скажем так, традиционное.
What's interesting for me is I play the flute, and he played the flute for me, and he also sang so that I could hear his voice and listen to the music, and I was very impressed with that. So I've got a feeling of Kazakhstan today.
Residents and visitors of The Hague learned a lot about the works of prominent Kazakh composers such as Kurmangazi, Nurgisat Lendiev, Davlet Kirey, and Dina Nurpesova. Festive dance Karajorga also impressed the audience.
Cross your legs.